What is up, my dudes, and the one girl who thinks that this video is going to go a certain way? You're wrong. I'm telling you right now, you're so wrong. This is Bikes, Beards, and Brews. Let's kick that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we kick this one off, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. New videos on Wednesdays and Fridays, working on the Monday thing, but if you hit that bell right there, you'll know. You'll know before me, because like I've said before, I have no idea what I'm doing, ever. So today, we're gonna talk about the Indian Ambassador Program and what I think about it. Honestly, I know a lot of you are probably like, oh yeah, let's hear it, like really tear in the Indian, show us what you got, rip it up, you little dork. And I'm telling you, it's not gonna go that way. I've actually taken a lot of time to think about the Indian Ambassador Program, even though they will not consider me, even though I drive a pre-production Indian Challenger and, you know, I've made Indian videos. I guess they're a little sore about the photocopier joke. Whatever. But honestly, all jokes aside, I think the Indian Ambassador Program is a really good idea, and it's a really good approach the way they do it. Versus what Harley's doing right now, I think it is absolutely genius, and that's what I want to get into today. So when you look at like how Harley promotes their motorcycles, they go for the whole rock star angle. I mean, they've got Jason Momoa, they've got Ewan McGregor, so you know, Aquaman and Obi-Wan Kenobi. They do have an ambassador program as well, and they do pair up with certain moto vloggers and stuff like that. But it's always these more well-established ones with a much bigger following and a much bigger, like, you know, just subscriber count and all this stuff. Indian seems to have taken a completely different approach to this. Yeah, they still use like some of their like celebrity sort of stuff. And I think the celebrities that they actually pick fit in quite well, because what is it, Corey Hart or whatever? He's an Indian guy. He's got his Indian garage and all that stuff. And they actually did some of the debut stuff in his garage, which quite honestly, I think was a pretty genius approach to things. But for the most part, with the ambassador program, especially the one that they just had, where they just brought in their new ambassadors, it seems like they took a lot of up and coming moto vloggers. They didn't grab people with like 300,000 subscribers. They didn't grab people that get like 1,000 likes per video or 1,000 comments or, you know, whatever. They're grabbing a lot of that smaller crew that is like just starting off. They're growing. They've got good channels. They've got good subject. They've got good videos, and like it seems like they're investing that time and effort into them. It just seems like such a good approach. Actually, my man Ricky Bobber is now one of the ambassadors, and I think that's fantastic. He is definitely one of those up-and-comers. If you haven't followed and subscribed to him, you probably should. I'll even link him down below. Do it. But to me, I really like that, because it seems like Indian's taking almost an opposite approach to Harley. Harley has made no allusion to the fact that right now what they're trying to do is really invest in their bigger bikes and their bigger profit margins and stuff like that. So they're really pushing their baggers and their CVOs and their trikes and stuff like that. They're still making smaller bikes, but it seems like they're culling that pack a little bit as well. I mean, let's face it, the Sportsters are on borrowed time right now for the new liquid cooled ones. And even those, you know, 2 years ago, my wife bought one for like $9,000. The exact same one right now at a 2022 model with absolutely no changes to it is $12,000 or like $11,000, stuff like that. So, I mean, the prices have just gone up, but they haven't made any changes. It seems like Harley, they're really trying to get people to just invest in those bigger bikes, the baggers and all that stuff. And they don't really have any entry level models, and the stuff that they do have that's kind of entry level, they're not really pushing and promoting. the way that Indian seems to be doing with like their scouts and chieftains and stuff like that. Harley has also made it clear that their goal is to make less bikes and create more of a demand and stuff like that. So now Harley is using a lot of big names, like they're dumping a lot of money into like 800-year-old Aerosmith and, you know, for their t-shirt collab with them. They're dumping money into Jason Momoa. They're dumping money into Ewan McGregor. They're doing all this stuff. And then you've got Indian, who I feel like by taking all these up and coming moto vloggers and making them ambassadors, they're taking a whole different angle. They're showing people that Indian is accessible. And it seems like they're reaching out to people who are just getting into the motorcycle market now, or they're just looking for their first cruiser now, like they're not ready to commit to like a big bagger or whatnot. And I really feel like they're kind of opening those doors more. I think Indian realizes that they're not going to easily convert Harley, like, you know, dyed in cloth, born and bred Harley riders. They definitely have a harder time bringing them over from the brand that these people want to be buried in. So instead of that, they're going this angle where, like, you know, they're catching people while they're young. They're catching, like, you know, these people who are like, I would like a cruiser. I would like, you know, I think the Scout is a good looking bike. I think the Chieftain's a good looking bike. You know, stuff like that. And I feel like the price points are there. Even with their baggers, they're still making that bigger stuff. They're still making the baggers. They're making the Challenger and stuff like that to, you know, go head to head with the Harley stuff. But it really seems like their focus is more on bringing those new riders in. And again, I just feel like this is genius, because you get those new riders in, you get them on a Scout, like, you know, a Scout 60 or something like that, that's very affordable. You give them a good experience with Indian, you show them that you've got a good ride, a good product and all that stuff. They're gonna turn around and they're trading that bike in, they're moving up to the next one, moving up to the next one, and that's how you get those lifelong customers. Harley used to do that. They don't really seem to do that anymore. I think they're kind of just relying on the people who are already there. And now with the new initiative where they're kind of scaling back production and they're focusing on the bigger, more expensive bikes, I think they're leaning a little too far into that old stereotype that, you know, Harley riders are doctors and dentists and lawyers, because that's really where they're kind of putting that price point at this point. I mean, even the new Indian, the Road Glide and Street Glide ST, those are $30,000 bikes. You are pricing out every man. You're pricing out the common man. You're pricing out the people who want to build up their bikes. So it's, like I said, this Indian approach, the ambassador program, where they're actually taking up and coming, new, fresh faced, like, you know, just these vloggers that are going to grow. And especially now they're going to grow more that they have that ambassador tag on them. And they're investing in those people. And those people are going to turn around and, you know, show their viewers and, you know, their stalwart viewers that are there now and the new ones coming in the door, how accessible Indian is. It's genius. It really is. I would love to make fun of Indian here, but I got nothing. I think that this marketing approach is the other side of the spectrum from what Harley's doing right now. And I honestly think that Indian is really on the right side of this. Time will tell. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I honestly think that the ambassador program they're doing and the approach that they're using, even though they will not talk to me with my pre-production Indian Challenger, I think that they are really on the right course here, and they're making some really good moves that are just really cool. So I'll be interested to see how this goes. This isn't my audition tape for an Indian ambassadorship, because I will say The Indian dealerships around me, if you ever watch my video, Dealership Nightmare, I'll put it there. That dealership has now effectively bought out every single Indian dealership in the area around me. So I would have to travel a few hundred miles to even buy an Indian not from these people, and I would never buy from them again because they are the biggest dumpster fire piece of crap I've ever been to. So yeah, this isn't me trying out for an ambassadorship. This isn't me telling you that I'm about to cut over to Indian. I like my bike, my pre-production Challenger. I like the stuff I've done to it. I've liked the custom work I've done. I enjoy my ride, and yeah, she's a badass bike. But this is something, I just wanted to be honest about. Like, I really think the ambassador program is fantastic. But enough about me. Down below, let me know how you feel about it. Like, do you think they're on the right track with this? Do you think they're messing up? How do you think it's going compared to what Harley's doing with their big bike, big profit, little production approach? I'd definitely be curious to hear you. So sound off, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, share this video with friends, share it with family. Share it with that one dork who doesn't make videos on YouTube, has one follower, and can't figure out why he wasn't picked for the ambassador program. Loves this stuff, trust me. And I'll see you all on the flip side.